be honest, I wouldn't even know how to price something like this. But I have an idea, and I think I know what it should cost. See, the thing is, I think a lot of people are gonna look at something this big and say to themselves, I can't do this. And you're definitely gonna have to need some money. So you're gonna have some kind of money saved up. This isn't something you're gonna spend $1,000 doing. Oh no, you're gonna need more than that. But that's not the only problem. Let me tell you what's going on here. So I'm just going to say that this one weighs about 400 pounds. So imagine every time you go to the landfill, you're paying a ton every 5 or 6 pieces of these. Do your math. 6 times 4 is 24 if they all weigh 400 pounds apiece. Honestly, is this something you want to do? This could take up to 2 to 3 days to even knock out. Do you have the machinery? Do you have the money? Do you have the time to do a job like this? Listen, I'm not dumb. I know why they called me out. I remove just about anything, but it is gonna cost them. And it's gonna cost me a lot of money to do a job like this. Just by looking at it, just in dump fees, I'm easily gonna think it's gonna cost me $1,000 in only dump fees. Because it's gonna have to take at least a couple of 40-yard dumpsters. And I'm talking about like 4? Yeah, there's only one way to do this job, and that's put dumpsters on this property. But honestly, is someone gonna drop a dumpster way back here? I'm in the middle of nowhere. This is 100 acres. All around me. There's nothing around me, and the main road's about half a mile that way. It took me almost 6 minutes just to get down here from the main road way up there. All right, guys. So now that I've assessed the situation, I also realize that this is a huge job for anybody to take, but it is a job I can do. And it is a job I will put a bid on. But whenever you come on a big job like this, do realize you are going to spend a lot of money knocking out a job like this. This isn't easy. Now, the owner of this property wants me to give her an estimate because they're about to sell this property. And of course, they want the property cleaned off because the investors aren't going to invest any money into this property unless it's totally clean. And that's where I come in. She actually told me she knew a guy that will do it. When she calls me, she said, Ricardo, go out there, give me an estimate, and also you get to do a YouTube video out of it. And I was like, yeah, that is pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing with it. I'm gonna do a YouTube video out of it, and you're probably watching it right now. Guys, don't be misunderstood. This job is huge. Okay, so that's one piece. That means I would have to slice that piece up at least one time right down the middle so I can load it to a trailer. Let me show you how I can move it. All right, so it probably weighs about 100 pounds. This piece weighs about 100 pounds, but there's other pieces back there that are thicker. I think they were more of the core part of the slide that weigh a lot. I can barely move. Another thing about is most of these slides have been really weathered. So they've lost a lot of their pizzazz. They've lost a lot of the weight in the weather. So I think that's a big problem with. And then I was thinking, I can use probably that one, probably that one, probably that one. All the ones that look like tunnels I can easily use for my haunted house in October of this year. That'd be pretty cool. Oh man, that'd be really scary actually. And that's the plan. So if I get this bid, that's my plan, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a couple of these pieces, about 4 or 5 of these pieces, just for the haunted house. And I honestly think it'll look great for the haunted house. So we're gonna come up on this piece, and I'm gonna move this piece. I'm gonna show you how difficult it is to move it, because I want you to show you the weight, okay? So I'm gonna put a little weight on it and see if I can actually move this, okay? I did notice something. Every piece is bolted on. So there's bolts here, bolts here, bolts here. Every piece is bolted. And it goes all the way across here. There's the bolts right there. So we would have to take every one of these apart. We'd have to unbolt every single one of these. Of course, we'd have to remove every part, make them half. That way they'd be easier to load and a lot more lightweight. But we can easily put these, all of these, in a 40-yard dumpster. It's gonna take a handful of dumpsters, but it can be done, but it will be pricey and time consuming. It's all about taking these bolts off, making it seem less, making the weight go down. Now, some of them, we will have to cut them in half because they're just too long. For instance, that piece right there. That piece is really long. So you're looking at about a 25-foot piece right there. You have to cut that in the middle, then take the pieces off of it just so it can fit in the trailer. All right, guys, so now that you've seen the whole water park disaster over here, what would you bid? What would you bid on a job like this? Now, well, here's the new one for all y'all junk removal owners. What's your estimate? That's what I want to hear from. So a lot of people out there say they know how to estimate things. So here it is. The water park slide disaster. What would you bid? What's your estimate on a job like this? Okay, so the owner has told me she wants a complete estimate for the removal and pickup of 82 pieces ranging from 6 feet to 25 feet, ranging from the weight of 80 pounds to 250 pounds. Okay, how would you get it out of here? And how much would you bid on a price like this? And I'll tell you later on what I bid. I mean, everybody gets to deserve a bid on this, right? All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. You got to see the water park slide disaster over here in Texas. I am gonna head out. Don't forget, if you like these videos, subscribe to the right side. On the left side, check out my other videos. And don't forget, in the messages, in the comments below, leave your estimate. I wanna know what y'all are thinking. I gotta go.